Did the Catholic Church react to the life and passion, and what was the reaction over the years?
No reaction.
Okay.
It doesn't even reach the band, the wavelength just doesn't capture it at all. It's not part of the story. But if you talk about blood libel, they definitely pronounced against it. So the official church is against this sort of thing. The official church wants quiet and order, the official top hierarchy, quiet and order. The Jews have their place. They're second-class citizens, to put it crudely, but they exist. They're part of the Christian story. They have a role to play at the end of time. They remind us of the truth of the gospel. They have all sorts of functions, the Jews in society. Augustine already showed that and decreed that and created the norms in the 5th century. Nobody wants wanton violence, religion-related violence in the streets of European cities. And so it is, and they pronounce. But of course, that can be sometimes, often, totally, not ignored, but bypassed by local bishops, by local preachers in a particular situation where it's advantageous for an act against the Jews or around the Jews. It whips up enthusiasm, etc., to take place. So that's the tension that we get. I mean, even during the Black Death, a wonderful new book by Tzafrir, a fantastic book by Tzafrir Barzilai, just about the accusations of well poisoning in the 14th century in the course of Black Death, shows very, very clearly people who were spreading the rumors about this are actually town officials writing to other town officials, be careful, the Jews are poisoning the wells, etc. And the Pope is like letter after letter after letter saying, this makes no sense. Jews live in the communities, they drink the same water, there's nothing about their religion that compels them to poison Christians, etc. But I mean, it's always that tension between officialdom and but what's interesting about your question is that, yes, in the Counter-Reformation, that is to say, in the sort of Catholic reaction to Reformation, particularly questioned the issue of the cult of saints and the viability and the need and the appropriateness of even talking about saints and martyrs and going on pilgrimage and all that was massively questioned, indeed critiqued, indeed lampooned by Protestant reformers. In response to that, the Catholic writers, Catholic institutions try to sort of, in a way, clear out their stables and to sort of create new collections and new hagiographies that are more sort of forensically tested, based on good traditions, in order to protect their position. And a lot of collections in the 16th and 17th century do include William of Norwich as a martyr. So he's on the sort of, he's somewhere there on the landscape. If you're a collector of lives of saints, if you're an encyclopedic collector of lives of saints from A to Z, and literally one of them made by a recusant Catholic in England or for him in the 17th century, literally it is alphabetical and includes William of Norwich in it, and just a short entry. So he does have that in an age of sort of trying to gather in the whole lore of Catholic saints and martyrs and worthy folk. He's well enough known to be drawn in, although not as a proper sanctus or venerabilis. He doesn't have the recognition. He never was canonized or anything, but just as a figure out there that shows a sign of